Hello and welcome to SpyHards podcast. My name is Agent Scott and do not adjust your sets. We're coming to you live and in living color here on YouTube. This week on SpyHards we're taking a look at Star Trek Section 31, the new Star Trek spy movie crossover. Not a sentence I thought I'd ever utter in my lifetime. You can see I'm a Star Trek fan from the paraphernalia I'm wearing and the stuff that's behind me. Thanks to our friends at Paramount, we got a chance to sit down with Kacey Rohl and Humberly González to talk about their work on the film, plus their favourite spy movies. And if you want to hear our thoughts on the new Star Trek Section 31 film, you can find the review here on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for SpyHards, SpyHards. But without further ado, set your phasers to fun, sit back and relax and enjoy our chat with Kacey Rohl and Humberly González.
Hello, Kacey and Humberly. I'm very excited to have you on the SpyHards podcast today. And I'd love to know just out of the gate what your sort of relationship was with Star Trek prior to joining Section 31.
This is a brand new relationship. We've been dating for a year. Definitely a baby Trekkie, but an instant fan. And I feel like I've been welcomed with very warm, open hands. So I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hi. I mean, yeah, same new Trekkie, but take the responsibility of being part of this very seriously. Am studious and studying up and learning and just fangirling hard all over the place. So yeah.
Now, when it came to preparing, you had limited material, really, either with the Deltons or with Rachel Garrett. What was the preparation process like for you, both of you?
I mean, I think for me as an artist, with anything I tackle, inspiration, not repetition. So, you know, having only seen Delton, like Azalea in the motion picture, there were still aspects of her that I really enjoyed, and just her energy, her pose, and her eyes, and the way that she still drew people in, and that's her power. Me getting to give her a bit more freedom and playfulness and a different culture, you know, Persis, who was Miss India, played her, and now I get to be, you know, another one brown girl to another brown girl. Like, how amazing is that? So it's such an honor to bring her to life in a different iteration.
I think in terms of Rachel Garrett, obviously I watched Yesterday's Enterprise about a bajillion times, which, lucky me, Trisha O'Neill did such an incredible job, you know, bringing us Rachel as we first knew her. And so in talking with Tunde, our director, it became clear that what we didn't want to do is an impression of that. You know, I was brought in to do this job because of my humanity, of the colors that I can bring. And so my prep process was consume that, let it percolate, try not to overthink it, which is like a hard thing for me because that's the devil on my back. And then to just really honestly trust Tunde. I was like, I don't know, man. Yeah. I am like, I love Rachel so much. I want to do a good job. I've shown you every color of the rainbow I possibly can in my audition. I need you to just point me, and I'm going to trust you. And I did, and he got what he needed. He seems jazzed, and that's how I approached it.
Is there a freedom when there is limited material? Like you can kind of go in your own direction. You're not pinned down, say, like Ethan Peck playing Spock, for example.
Yeah. Totally different beast. Totally different beast. I think there's way more room to play. There's something to, I don't know if Ethan has this experience playing like the character early on in their journey, like a younger version, right? Like there's different colors to play with there in terms of how old people are, right? But yeah, I mean, there's putting Rachel in the context she's in this film too, right? Like somebody who we know to be very Starfleet, very like by the book. It was clear to me that her ending up there meant that there was something about her spirit that they would have tagged on, right? So those kinds of little colors and poke throughs of something more rebellious or something a little surly, or, you know, maybe she talks back every now and then or rolls her eyes every now and then, and that she ends up in that place down the line, you know, with there's work to be done to get there was interesting to me. Sorry to gesture across you.
Now, I'd love to know as well, Michelle Yeoh is an icon on our podcast. We tackle spy movies, and her Bond work is legendary.
Yes.
And I'd love to know just the experience of working with her, maybe a memory or something from set.
Oh, memories.
Ugh. I mean, she's just, she's exactly as cool as you want her to be. That's every time I talk about Michelle, I'm like, she does not disappoint. She is so cool, so powerful, and by that I mean in her power, so self-assured, funny, generous, open, you know, thanked us for being a part of the film.
Yeah. I was like, thank me? I was like, yeah, okay, thank me.
Yeah,
then.
no problem,
Yes.
Michelle Yeoh. Really no problem at all. But yeah. I mean,
It's fun to be in her energy and to watch her work and to see how inviting she is to invite you to play with her. She is not separate from us, no matter, you know, where we come from or how, what kind of artists we are, or if we're, you know, seasoned actors or not. You know, we have a bit of everyone and everything in this cast, but everyone definitely brought their A game. But, you know, a memory is, you know, one of our first big cast dinners with everyone, I got sat next to Michelle, and she's so quick to bring you into a one-on-one that doesn't even have to do with the work or being an actor. She really wants to know you as a human, and I really appreciated that. And she's just funny, you know, she loves to have a good time.
Yeah.
And she knows how to enjoy life, and I think that's really inspiring, especially in an industry that can be maybe a bit, you know, abrasive and cutthroat, and you know, and like, how do you get to that level of excellence and award-winning actor? She makes it feel approachable and possible.
And the rigor of her work, right? Like, yeah, that she is so committed to a level of excellence, and she does expect people to deliver, and that's a great environment to be in, right? And because of who she is, everybody wants to rise to that challenge. So in this movie, you know, we found ourselves surrounded by everybody at the peak of their craft and artistry, right? So it's just from the top down, she sets a tone of everybody be your greatest. Don't be afraid to be your greatest. Yeah.
And you both have action moments, and you're working with one of the all-time great action icons as well.
Holy smokes.
Talk about that, the experience of performing Section 31 action.
So fun. I was told by the stunt team that I was made for this. I was like, okay, I am envisioning and manifesting more stunts and fights in my life and career.
I love that for you.
I loved it. You know, for me, choreo, I grew up with dancing and all that, so it was very fun to just dive in. Had lots of bruises, and add the fact that I was in a very tight dress and heels. You know, it's fun. It's a new challenge, and you get to break stuff and beat people up. What's not fun about that?
Yeah.
Fake, of course.
Sure, of course.
Not in real life.
Also, you had limited mobility with your neck. You couldn't really turn your neck in the same
I
way
had
that you can
like
now.
prosthetics on the neck piece and everything. I really had to find my mobility within it for sure.
Yeah, very cool. And I mean,
Now-
you know, my fighting was more of the psychological nature. And
Mind games.
yeah, I took some hits and gave some hits Yeoh's way, and that was super fun.
Love it.
Now, one of the questions we ask every guest who's ever appeared on the podcast, what is your favorite spy movie of all time?
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
I needed this
Spy
question in
Kids.
advance.
Spy Kids? That's a great pick.
Incredible.
oh, like I wanted to be in that movie. I thought yes, me and my brother, I think we watched it and we were like, could we be?
Do we consider All the President's Men a spy movie?
I mean, they are definitely doing some sort of, you know, undercover stuff.
Shady
Breaking
business.
into what that's just one of my favorite movies of all time. Spy movie specifically. Oh, wow. There's so many. There's so many, and there's way cooler answers. But I grew up obsessed with Charlie's Angels, and I sort of put them in
Yeah.
the spy category.
It is
Nope,
not
definitely.
overrated.
Or also Kim Possible.
Yes, Kim Possible, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's way cooler ones that, like, I can feel my Criterion subscription screaming at me.
He's like, why couldn't you
You
think of
missed
this?
me.
No, it's all cool. Those came to the surface for a reason.
Yep. Oh, I can't hear anything all of a sudden. That's cool.
Okay, well, thank you, both of you. Have a great press day, and congratulations on Section 31.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
having
much.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you ready? There you go, folks. That was our chat with Kacey Rohl and Humberly González. I want to thank them both for taking the time to sit down with Cam. I know he had a blast doing that conversation, and they had some interesting picks for their favourite spy movies. We want to hear what you thought about Star Trek Section 31. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget, of course, you can subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for SpyHards, SpyHards. We're also on social media, wherever one might social media. But until next time, folks, we hope you all live long and prosper.